We're back. What is up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of On My Way. For those who don't know what On My Way is, go back a couple of videos. We did a whole introduction, explained everything. You know there will be a card somewhere in this video for you to click it and just go straight there and watch it so you can get a little bit of an idea of like what On My Way is, what it's going to be, what it has been for the past few weeks. For those who don't know me yet, I'm Joao, 22 years old, born and raised in Brazil, and I am an artist. Matter of fact, we just dropped our first single, Is Our Time Up, out on all platforms. I will leave the link on the description for you to go check that out. Great song, super high energy, super fun, extremely relatable lyrics. Go check it out. Also, do not forget to go follow me on Instagram. I will be leaving the link to my Instagram on the description down below so you can go and follow me. Everything that is shown here on YouTube will be shown on Instagram first. And on Instagram, we'll get to interact a lot more. You guys are always up to date with everything that's going on. It's kind of like the gang, it's the family, you know, it all starts on Instagram, so make sure to go follow that. On today's episode, episode number 5, we will be talking a little bit more about the EP itself. Well, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, what is the name of the EP? The name of the EP is My Heart's Eulogy. Yes, that right there. The whole banner behind me, that's the name of the EP. It's actually a really interesting and funny story behind why I decided that would be the name. I was hanging out with one of my friends back in LA. I was listening to this Lil Huddy song called The Eulogy of You and Me or something like that. And I remember I couldn't say the word. I kept saying it like Eulogy or something like that. And this friend of mine was like, dude, it's called Eulogy. And I was like, wow, that's a really sick word. So it kind of stuck with me, and I went to search what it was. And it's like this little text that they put on a funeral when someone dies. Usually somebody goes up and reads it. It's kind of morbid, but after we finished all the songs of the EP, I remember listening to every single one of them, and I was like, it's kind of cool. Like it sounds like my heart is dying slowly through the whole project. You know, I put the songs in that certain order, and it kind of tells a story. So I was like, My Heart's Eulogy. The name speaks for itself, really. Stay tuned because the songs are amazing. The storytelling is great. Everything is super heartfelt. And I honestly can't wait to show you guys the EP. It's amazing. I actually have been working on this EP, if you count from the day I wrote the first song, which is the first single we just dropped, until we finished, around 2 years. But the EP itself was recorded in like a span of like a month. We recorded it like this last time that I was in LA. I met one of my greatest friends and also one of the greatest guitarists and producers I've ever met, Kyle.
What is up, people? My name is Kyle Ward, and I am responsible for a lot of the beautiful sounds you hear on Joao's music, including guitar, bass, drums, some of the synthesizers, instrumental production, vocal production, mixing, mastering. Whatever my guy needed to get these tracks sounding saucy, I was there to help. And so honored to have you guys hear this new single, and can't wait for you guys to hear the new music that is upcoming. I've been a guitarist, producer, and more for over 20 years, and I'm very excited to get into some of these topics today and speak with you guys.
My boy Kyle Ward. We met at a party.
And we're gonna have a good fucking time.
It was very interesting. I almost didn't go to that party.
So, a couple friends of mine, very early in my time here in Los Angeles, maybe the first month or two, they brought me to a party. It was like a EP release party.
I can't lie, I just wish I never met you in the first place. Damn, why you had to come and kiss me in the first place.
It was a concert. It was at this very bombastic, epic venue. And I ran into Joao, who was doing his thing, networking, socializing. He was wearing a very interesting shirt with a bunch of holes cut out. And I remember being like, who the fuck is this guy? And we vibed right away and had a great time. Man, we were laughing and having more fun than anyone at the party, basically, despite having just met, and we had a fun little crew with us. We eventually locked in and started working together at the studio, and it was cool. You know, a lot of what we do out here in Los Angeles is like speed dating. You're going artist to artist and trying to get gigs and work and stay busy, but this was different. From the very start, this was a friendship, and this was a project that we both wanted to invest our time and effort and you know, go at it as a team. So I think everything clicked with us right away, and it was definitely a fun, interesting story, and it was just cool to have met him so incredibly early on in my time out here in LA.
Our friend that introduced us was like, oh, this kid is crazy with the guitar, very good producer, great musician. I'm not gonna lie, like when I first glanced at him, I would never imagine that he was such a great artist. He just looked like a normal guy at a party. I could never tell that he was as talented as he is. We got in the studio together from day one. Vibes were great. We instantly connected. From that moment on, like a partnership for a lifetime was formed. I pulled up to his house with a super shitty demo, like just completely like DIY demo. And it's like DIY from somebody that did not know how to produce. I will show you guys that idea on the episode for Paint My Walls Red, but oh my god, it's such a funny audio file. I still have it. And I showed that to him and he was like, okay, like the idea is great, like let's work on it. I remember after we finished Paint My Walls Red, which was the first song we recorded together, we were both just like blown away. We're like, oh my god, we're really onto something here. I was completely blown away by how talented, hardworking, smart, and like fast. Kyle was so fast working. I think we did that whole track in like maybe 3 hours, maybe even less. The guitar solo that's on that track, he literally laid it out once. He was like, oh, a solo would be cool here. Grab the guitar, and I was like, holy fuck, this kid is an alien. And there we were, like completely in awe with the product that we just made, and we were like, we gotta keep doing this. We gotta make more music like this. I told him I have a bunch of ideas. Let's get back together and let's build a whole project around this. You know, me and you. That's all we really need. It's actually surprising how much we did with the resources we had. It was just two homies that love music and love rock music getting together and experimenting with a bunch of sounds and having fun. And that's why it's so organic and so fun. That's why it's such a pure project, because we weren't really taking ourselves too seriously. We're just trying to have fun. And from that moment on, I think it took us about a month to finish the whole EP of constantly doing sessions and pulling up to the studio with the ideas basically ready. Most of the songs that are on the EP, I already had the main idea before I went to the sessions. We have songs that were written back in the beginning of 2022 in the EP, and we also have songs that were written like 2 days before the session. I also had a few other artists work on this EP with us, you know, on Is Our Time Up. My boy Cherry and my boy Pat also worked on it with us. On the other song, Time and Time Again, my boy Zaka actually presented me with the bones of the song when I was back in Brazil. He was like, dude, I have this song, I really love it, but it doesn't really resonate with me anymore, and I think it would do really well for your sound, so if you want it, like, here's what it is. And then he just grabbed the guitar and started playing it for me, and I fell in love with it. I think at the time it had like the chorus and maybe a verse. So he gave me the bones of the song, and I went home and I worked on it a little bit and made it sound more like me. But it was a huge help. Like, that whole song is so good, and my boy Zaka just handed it to me. I was like, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. And then when I was in LA, Kyle and I took it to the studio and we actually recorded it. We're going to talk about it on the episode for Time and Time Again. Stay tuned. But that is a little bit of how this EP was born. What were the vibes like while making the EP, which in my opinion is what makes this EP so special, how organic and how fun it was to be making it. You know, it wasn't anything forced, anything super intense. We were just chilling, making music that we like. Two friends enjoying something that they love. That was like my favorite part, how simple and organic everything was.
I have a few highlights on my involvement in the project. One of my favorite things has been watching Joao grow. Joao started this journey as a TikToker and influencer, and he's always wanted to do music. And I think a lot of people have been trying to box him in or have been underestimating him, telling him how he should sound, what he should do. And, you know, I'm not tooting my horn, but I was one of the first people, you know, that gave him a chance to do his true music and do what he wanted. And so I think one of my favorite parts of being on this project is watching him grow and seeing his passion and his love for music develop and blossom. You know, he's worked so hard. He has picked up lessons. He's just done a lot of different things and has shown that he like really cares about this stuff and that he's not just an influencer or a TikToker trying to make some money off of music. He like really wants to become or has become a lifelong student of this art form. And that to me is very rewarding. Another thing that I love doing is, you know, I work on tons of different genres of music and I like all kinds of music, but I've always been a sucker for rock and metal. And so it's fun to work on some heavy guitar-based music with someone that shares a lot of the same influences and has that mindset.
So this is a 5-track EP where the main idea really is heartbreak. Therefore, my heart's eulogy. It's a little bit of some experiences that I've been through. Very fun, very relatable, very emotional. I feel like most of you, if not all of you, will be able to relate to the lyrics on this music. It's just a beautiful project, and I'm really proud of what we were able to accomplish with it. I'm very proud of the sound that we found. You know, I feel like one of my biggest problems in the beginning was trying to find my sound and not just copy everything that's around. And we were able to find my sound and merge a little bit of like Kyle's identity into it with the heavy guitars and with the punchy drums. I think one of my favorite songs on this EP has to be Paint My Walls Red or Falling For You. I can't pick a favorite song, to be fair. Every single one of them is my favorite song. I love all of them equally. They all came from the heart, so it's hard to pick a favorite one.
What is my favorite song on the project? And that's a hard one. I like all the songs, and I have a hierarchy for different reasons, but, you know, there's a song, Paint My Walls Red, and this one is Our Time Up. Just as a guitarist, they're very special to me because they have very strong guitar leads. Paint My Walls has a really cool solo. I like them all. I think they all share the fun spirit. I think that the record is one that can be really listened to in one sitting, top to bottom, because all of it has a nice flow and all of it tells a story and embodies the same kind of fun, you know, badass punk rock. I'm a metalhead, so that's infused in there. It's just a hard-hitting, cool record. There's another one, Time and Time Again, that's very dynamic in a project where a lot of the songs punch you in the mouth. This one has a cool acoustic start. It's a cool story, shows a little more of Joao's voice, and it dials back and then has a really cool ending portion that I enjoy. That's my cat. Oh my God. It's my cat yelling at me. You got to check out this project. It's got a lot of good stuff. If you like big guitars, if you like catchy, cool vocals, if you like thoughtful harmonies, if you like backup vocals, if you like badass drum fills, if you like sick, upbeat, fast, in-your-face production, you know, check out these tunes.
I can't wait to perform these songs live with you guys. I have a song in there, Let Go, that to perform live is going to be a monster. Same thing with most of the songs of the EP. They're all super high energy and fun, but this song, Let Go, is literally so intense. It's a 200 BPM song with crazy guitars and drums and lyrics and chanty. It's just a super fun song. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I'm really proud of this project. I don't know if you guys can tell. And I just can't wait to put it out. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I feel like it's a piece of myself. Being an artist, like every song you put out, every project, that's a piece of me that I'm sharing with you guys. This project is no different. It's a big piece of me. And I'm so happy to do it, to share this part of me with you guys, to share my experiences, to hopefully be adding any kind of value to your life. If you're going through a tough time, through a breakup, through a heartbreak, for you to listen to one of the songs or to the whole EP and be like, oh my God, like, wow, I'm not alone, you know? Or like, just know that you're gonna be okay. Well, with all of that being said, guys, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. On the next video, we're gonna be talking about Is Our Time Up, which is the first track off of the EP that we released. going to be breaking down the lyrics, bring everyone else that has worked on the song with me to talk a little bit about their experience making the song. Outside of myself, we'll tell the story behind the song. So if you want to know what Is Our Time Up is actually about, stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also activate the notifications so you can stay tuned to every single update that we have here on the channel and to every single new video. Also, go follow my Instagram and my Spotify. I will leave the link in the description so you can stay tuned on the releases and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you, and I'll see you guys next week.